thinking of finally trying the MT Plus 2 on 6S. The main issue is I don't even have a 6S battery, or 5, or 4, or 3. I've only got 2S batteries, so I've been using it on 4S, 2 batteries. But now I've decided to Velcro in another battery in the back. So if I make up some couple of leads with 5mm adapters, I can wire it in on 6S, made up a little wiring diagram, and let's get the soldering iron out. Let's make this, see if we can play with this truck on 6S with only using 2S batteries in series. Alright, so although these batteries are good and this battery is not so good, one of the cells won't go higher than 3.92 volts. So what I did was I just charged these to around 4 volts, didn't go too much higher. That way if LVC wants to kick in, we don't kill one cell completely below 3 volts. So what I'll do is maybe I'll just play with the truck for no more than, say, 8 minutes, just to be safe. So we've got our homemade 5mm bullet connectors ready to go. Let's strap in the 3 batteries. 2 go on the side as per usual. One's going to go in the back here, and then we'll try 6S for the first time. Alright, all batteries strapped in. Put a little bit of bubble wrap over the battery. A little bit of movement, that's alright. That shouldn't move around too much. Should be fine. Ready to connect these up. Yep, we're good. Let's go and try this out. So we need 6 beeps, or we need a fire extinguisher. Which one? Oh, it's alright, it's working. Corporate Nitro, we're wearing a suit because it's our first time playing with 6S, and we want to treat 6S with respect. That's why we're wearing a suit. Alright, Dimitri said don't kill the diff. That means don't give it full throttle. And also, my punch settings are on minimum, so the diff should be okay. Oh, just got a mouthful of dirt and rocks. That was not expected. Okay, we got some pizza cutter tires going on here. Alright, we've had about 3 or 4 good pulls of the trigger, and it's just slowed down significantly, so I think it's the battery. Let's reset the ESC and just see what's going on. Okay, it's come back good again. Just seems that when I give it too much throttle in one go, maybe it's low voltage is kicking in. Do you remember the time when I made my own 4S charge lead so that I could charge 2 2S batteries at the same time using a little charger that was only designed for 1 battery? Well, I finally got some 3S batteries, so I don't need to use 2S batteries anymore now that I've got these Orion 5000 milliamp XT90 anti-spark 3S batteries. Big batteries, eh? So we can decommission these ones, keep these for the smaller cars. Gonna have to cut these up so I can make some charge leads. I don't need to charge 2 at the same time. I can just charge 1 at a time now that I've got 2 chargers. So let's cut these up and make some charge leads. What a mission, all done now. We made 2 charge leads. We've got one of them plugged in here, and so we're charging a 3S battery now. We've already charged this one. We also made a little loop connector, or terminator as I like to call it, just in case we want to play with 1 battery only and not the other one. So 1 battery goes into the truck, this pretends to be the other battery, and that way I can play with the truck on 3S instead of 6S. We've just arrived in the park. The punch, I believe, is on 7, so we can raise that to 9 if we need to, or lower it. The batteries are sticking out quite a bit, but that's okay because they can stick out as much as they need to. And We've turned up the throttle all the way to full endpoint, the one on the left. So now we're just going to pull the trigger and just see what happens when we do that. Will it do a bit of a wheelie, or what's going on here? That's what we want to find out. That's why we bought these batteries. Oh wow, yeah, it does a wheelie. And that was just feeding the power in. Try it again. Just feed it in a bit slowly. Okay, so if I feed the power in more slowly, it doesn't wheelie. Okay, so how does that sound? It sounds terrible. That sounds like a pinion. No, pinion looks good. Is that a diff? Have we blown a center diff? Or a drive shaft? Or have we got a leaf in there? We've got half a tree. Maybe that's what it was. Now in this test we're running 6S with the punch setting to the minimum, number 1, and the batteries are about storage mode. So interestingly, it doesn't wheelie anymore with the punch on 1. Doesn't cog either. Doesn't wheelie at all. Okay, well that's not really much fun. We have increased the punch to 3 and it's getting light in the front, but it's not going to wheelie. Maybe just a little bit of wheel action, not much. Alright, punch setting on 5. We're at storage mode and we are getting wheelie action now. So I believe 5 is the default, and you can wheelie at punch level 5. Yep. Now because the batteries are so big, I've had to spin the batteries around the other way and put the writing on the outside. Now that means all the balance leads, they're all exposed to getting dirt from the front tyre. Eventually that's going to lead to moisture getting on the terminals, possibly a little bit of corrosion, but ultimately it'll fill up with dirt, making the balancing impossible unless I keep them clean. So maybe what I'll do is put a little bag over the balance lead to keep them clean, or we'll just mount them in a different position. Another problem with the stock ESC is that the on-off switch is inclined to go to the off position, just from regular driving, not even jumping it. When the batteries in the transmitter get low, you'll get a blue light flashing and a fast beeping.